What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm doing a custom bow build on the new Bear Execute 30. I take you through it step by step, really informational video. You're gonna love it. Let's get after it.
My name is Matt, and I live for moments like these. Guys, I killed the biggest buck of my life this morning. I'm far from an expert, but using persistence and a little bit of luck, I'm able to make some pretty cool things happen. I do my best to capture the entire harvest, the kill, the prep, and my favorite part, the meal. Because to me, it's more than a hunt. It's man versus deer. He is a mass monster. Holy cow.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another man versus deer video. If you are new to the channel, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to check out a man versus deer video. And if you like hunting videos and gear reviews, if you like catch, clean, cook style videos, smack that subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell. You're gonna like the other content I have on the channel, and you're gonna get a kick out of the other videos. So I'm actually headed up to Lucas Outfitters. They're in Rolla, Missouri. And if you're anywhere in the area, if you're anywhere in the southwest Missouri area, they are one of the best bow shops in the area. Hands down, a good buddy of mine, Dylan, works up there, and I'm actually headed up to see him right now to get a brand new bear bow. They hit me up the other day, said they wanted to set me up with a new bear bow. I'm shooting a Matthews Triax right now. I've kind of always had Matthews, but I did start with a bear. And to be honest, my Matthews is probably 6 or 7 years old now, and so it's time. It's time for another bow. So when they reached out and said that they could set me up with a bear bow, it was an opportunity I wanted to jump all over, and I can't wait to go up there, get my hands on one of these bear bows and get it set up by Dylan and the great guys at Lucas Outfitters. So with that being said, I wanted to give those guys a quick shout out. And again, that's Lucas Outfitters. You can find them on Facebook. You can go to Google, leave them a nice review, find their address, go check the shop out. Very, very great people, some pretty good deer hunters, and just all around really nice guys. I wanted to shout that shop out and tell them how thankful I am for this opportunity. So that's where we're going, that's what we're doing, getting a new bow set up today, and I'm going to bring you guys with me for the whole thing. Let's get it. All right, guys, we're here. Let's go get us a new bow. It's just like Christmas all over again. What did I say?
Outdoors.
Okay.
So, I'm back here going, did I say anything? I didn't know how.
That's a good catch.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll start over. It's no big deal.
What's up, guys? I'm here with Cody Lucas, owner of Lucas Outfitters. I said it right that time.
That's right. We got it.
And he has a fully functioning outdoor shop, and I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about it. But he sells rifles, but anything you could need for any type of hunting, he's got it here. They also have a fully functioning taxidermy shop, and then he has his own hunting TV show that's on, is it on the Outdoor Channel? Or?
Hunt Channel, My Outdoor TV, all the digital platforms.
My Outdoor TV, so yeah. That's the MO. That's
TV.
what I haven't seen on there. But I'm going to flip you around and let him give you kind of a tour of his place. It's in Rolla, Missouri, so they basically service all of southwest Missouri. And I can tell you, because I'm from the area, there's not any shops that are really as good as this one. There's been a few over the years, but they've all closed down, and he's kind of the only really good one left standing. So
appreciate that.
It's worth, I drove an hour to get here, and it's worth driving here to get here.
Really this is my buddy Dylan I was telling you about.
How are you guys?
Dylan, would you kind of talk about the bow that I got, like where it's at in the Bear lineup, kind of what would make someone want to purchase this one?
So this was Bear's flagship bow of 2023. It's the Bear Execute 30. Matt does a lot of public land and traveling and run and gun type hunting. So it's light, it's top quality, it's got the EKO cam system on it. Shoots real good. It shoots 340 feet per second. Smooth, got 90% let off on them holds. Hard to beat, you know, really compared on any other lineup with Matthews or any of them. The quality is just right there with them. Got a really strong riser design, got a good brace height. It's forgiving for a shorter bow.
I need forgiving.
That's right. We all need forgiving. So
The only thing I kept off my old bow is I got a black, I think it's called a black gold sight. It's
Yep.
old, I don't even
black
know.
gold single pin.
But it's one of those ones that you sat in your 20 and your 30, and then the rest of them were good. And then I got this. I'm really not attached to this because it's heavy, but I've got a GoPro mount that fits on it perfectly.
Yeah.
And a lot of the other stabilizers aren't perfectly round.
These
so
stingers hard to beat. They've been around forever.
I'm gonna run with
So
that one for now.
on the new rest, we went with the CBE Defy. It's all micro tune. Super easy to get them paper tunes like you was talking about earlier with Cody.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
We can get that thing spot on where you're shooting holes. But
What is this thing like feet per second wise?
it's IBO'd at 340. So she's scooting
Yeah. And my arrows, you were talking about my arrows, I've got 150 grain head on there.
up front. It's
And
gonna
so you
hit like a dump truck.
Yeah, that's what I do with them.
It's gonna hit like a dump truck. Yeah. Yeah. Bears really stepped it up, man. Their quality is right with everyone else, and a lot of things are beating people on, I feel. So I think you'll like it. Get a lot of deer killed with it.
Now, what kind of drop away rest we got on this thing?
CB Defy.
CB Defy. It's nice. They put the last place I went to put a drop away rest on my brother's bow, and it wasn't wide enough for his arrow to actually sit in it and draw it back. Like I don't know what kind of arrow you would have had to.
Yeah, and we'll run this through your cable and get all tied in. We just had it set up for a shop demo, but
And
we'll
then
get it all in.
He's got a no-tie peep on here, which is kind of neat. I've not seen one of these before neither. But that's a pretty neat little set.
Trophy Ridge dropped that this
Trophy
year.
Ridge. Okay.
Yeah, so that will be your setup, and then we went with the Trophy Ridge light.
And that's for walking in?
That's for walking in, and you can see your arrows. So that's one of their new quivers for this year. Got
That's
your rope
pretty
hang for your tree.
That's pretty cool.
You got your lights, and it's super quiet.
And it on this bow, it like fits really well because this bow's a black. It was quiet and quick. This is a black bow and it's a black quiver,
And
so it looks
that's
really nice
easy.
too.
I mean, it just, you'll never hear it.
Huh? What is this thing? Brace to brace.
Axle to
I
axle
meant.
is 30 inches.
I'm a very technical bow guy. You can tell. How much was it? 30.
Axle to axle is 30 inches.
So it's only 2 inches different than the tri-ax, which that's another thing I told Dylan.
It's going to be a little bit more forgiving. You know, you
Yep.
get that extra 2 inches in your axle to axle, and it's really going to change your shots. You know, it's a lot more forgiving. It's still short enough that you can get around and do anything you need to do in your trees. You know, I know you hunt the saddles and you can get around.
I don't hunt no saddles. I do hang on standing sticks. Dude, saddle.
What the heck?
We're adjusting the draw length on it right now. They're using my old arrow because the old arrows I had were cut specifically to my draw length. So we used that old arrow in the new bow, and now we're making an adjustment here.
The one good thing about bears, they're so adjustable. And you don't have to go on the internet looking for mods to try to figure out what you're going to go to. You can just go right here and adjust them out and change it to whatever you need. Adjust it to a 26.5-inch draw, so we'll be on slot H. Then Matt, will you want 90% let off?
100 if possible.
All the let off. Give me all the let off.
So you can adjust the let off on these things too?
We can go from 75%, 80, 85, and 90%.
Now, why would anyone want less let off? Is it faster feet per
Well,
second?
a lot of times, I don't know if you heard of people struggle with target panic. So when you get back and you pull back your bow and you stop, your pin stops right underneath your dot, and you just feel like there's 100 pounds in your bow. You can't pick it up. That's what target panic is, or you're punching your trigger. And if you have target panic, the higher, like 90% let off, will increase that dramatically.
Oh, it's
Because you can't pull through your shot.
gotcha.
So when you're back, you feel like there's nothing there, and it freaks you out, and you can't get on your dot. But if you have that back pressure where you're constantly pulling through, like shooting a back tension release, you want that pressure where you can pop through your shot.
I'm just doing a trigger and my target panic.
And if
Pretty
you don't-
under control.
And then you 90% let
I'll
off.
kill a lot of does.
90% let off is great for you then. Trying to get your center shot close, then we'll put a level on it here in just a minute. Put the new trophy rig drop away on.
That other rest, we shot it a few times and it was loud. It's hitting the...
The CBE we aren't real happy with because it's kind of loud. So once we get the CB up, or this trophy ridge rest on, we got this piece of felt that lays in there, and then this lays down to hold your arrow, and it'll be super, super quiet with the felt on this, the felt on this. A lot quieter wrist. For deer hunting, that's what we want.
You don't just have Dylan press it for you?
Probably could.
What?
Probably could. Might be a little harder on everything.
Yes.
We're gonna press this thing. We're gonna run this.
Finger, I don't know who it was, but it's stinky.
We're gonna run this drop away rest through the cable here. Get everything set up.
That's rough, all of it.
So it's important when you do this to put the same amount of string on each side. So you don't want like a little bit amount on this side of string and more on this side. You want to get the same amount of string on each side of your cable when you run it through.
Sorry, guys.
You got them 2 bow in today. I guess we no ideas of what some of you got no ideas. And I know I don't trade for that ball.
Just by eyeballing it, he got this thing like perfectly level.
Let's get done.
Tell me you work on bows without telling me you work on bows.
All right, I think we're ready to fire a few shots.
Get her paper tuned. Leave the level on it.
Yeah, shoot it through with the level. That's FOC. That's on now.
Oh, that's perfect. That Peep can honestly probably go a little higher.
A little bit higher?
Yep.
Okay, we can adjust that.
Got a lot quieter.
It's quiet now.
Yeah. I seen the arrow still going like this. That was that noise. That's a lot quieter.
All right, we'll adjust that Peep.
I learned what makes it.
Everything was good besides the Peep, so we're gonna
He'll forget to edit that out of the YouTube video.
adjust it a little bit.
I'll leave it at
On these no-tie Peeps, I don't know if you guys saw these yet, but Bear sent them to us this year. You just, let me press a little more. Just crisscross it and pull it back off.
Hey, Nick String is elite.
Slide your Peep up just a little bit. And there's no tie, so what you do is cross this over,
You see that carbon spider in that one?
cross this one
it
over.
turned perfectly too. Like I didn't. It was clean and clear when I looked through it.
Yeah, they're pretty handy.
He said grandma, easy grandma do that.
You gotta get them all the way in, and then it's crisscrossed
She didn't even notice last night.
where it holds itself.
You guys worry
That's
about
pretty
too
cool.
much
With
about
no
people.
tie, no extra weight to the string.
You guys are soft.
And now it
Do
should
stuff. Better ask forgiveness.
turn right for them.
You better come up with me. Wonder it die.
That is perfect.
Feel good?
I felt
Everything turned good?
His mind and actually will tell you they were not killed. Like mine be like.
Those are going in pretty straight.
Yeah, I'd say it's tuned already. Uh-oh, it's facing the wrong way.
No, it's right. That's just a screen. It's showing the same thing on the front as the back. So, you, like, if you're self-filming, so you can see yourself in it.
Yeah, but I mean,
My other GoPro don't have that.
I've never seen one like
I
that.
want to say it's like 67.
Woo!
That's pretty close.
That's a big rip. All right, we got a rip.
My Matthews, when it was like that, it was like this. The very first time I shot it, and I started paper tuning that. So
Yeah. All right, so we got a rip. We're gonna work on that, and we'll be back.
So we made some adjustments. Derek was actually looking, like, if it kicked one way, he was looking at the way it was kicking and making minor adjustments, like, based on that stuff. Were you adjusting the rest? Is that what you do? So you're adjusting the rest minutely?
Yep.
And we think we got it licked. Should be shooting a bullet hole. You guys will never know if we're not, because I'll edit it out. Now. What'd I do?
We got just a little bit of a rip, but we're gonna try it again.
There you go, wide up.
These are brand new arrows. I ain't shot these yet, I don't think.
Really pull through and execute.
I think my trigger
Looking at
pull
the
on
top one
first
now.
I punched it quite a bit.
Yeah. All right.
Looking good to me. All right, guys, here it is. This is the finished product. This is a fully set up Bear Execute 30. I cannot wait to get this out in the field and start hunting with it. Before I do anything else, I want to say a huge thank you to Lucas Outfitters, and specifically Cody Lucas, for setting me up with this awesome bow. I want to thank my buddies Dylan and Derek for doing the bow build for me and really getting this thing paper tuned and just shooting bullets. They did an amazing job. It is fully customized to me, which is something they do at that shop. So if you're in the Southwest Missouri area and you need anything bow related, go see those guys. They're good people. They put out a great product, and they're someone you'll be happy to give your money to. I was going to try to do this video in the shop, this part of the video, but they were starting to get busy. There was a lot of background noise, so I thought I would just come home and kind of run you guys through the finished product here. So I did end up keeping my black gold sight. It's a single pin sight. You set in your 20, you set in your 30, and it sights in the rest of everything for you. I went to a single pin years ago because my eyes aren't the best and multi-pin sights kind of blur together. So I did keep that, and that's a high dollar sight. I kept my bee sting stabilizer mostly because I've got a GoPro mount that clamps onto this very easily, and it gives me a second kill shot when I self-film. So even though it's a little heavy, I did keep that as well. I'm going to start with the Peep sight on here, and this is one of the neatest things. It is a no-tie Peep sight, and it's adjusted that when I pull it back, it's perfect, and it's not going to ever slide because the string is actually crossed on this thing. Never seen one before. Thought that was really neat. I have the Trophy Ridge Hex light quiver. It's got a little light on the front, so if you're trying to pick out a broadhead, maybe you got a field tip for coyotes or different kinds of broadheads, or maybe you just want to put it exactly where it goes. It's got an internal light right there, and it also has an external light that you can kind of use as you're walking in. And in a dark environment, that thing is definitely bright enough to use while you're walking in. On top of that, this thing has a very quiet way of coming out of itself, and it's very snug, so it's not going to accidentally come out of there. But when it does come out, it doesn't come out easy, but it does come out quiet, and then it goes back in pretty easy and quiet as well. And it's got a good snap. You can definitely feel it snugging up in there, so that was pretty cool as well. Holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arrows, and I think you could even put some field tips in through these little holes here, so it could potentially hold more than that. But 5 arrow quiver, pretty cool. Moving on to the rest, I got a Trophy Ridge Sync arrow rest, and let me tell you, I shot several different arrow rests while I was in there. This one was hands down the quietest one in there. A lot of the other ones were slapping or weren't as smooth. This one was an easy winner. I don't know a whole lot about it other than when I shot it, I liked it and it was quiet. So yeah, that I pretty much think covers everything that is the bow or an attachment on the bow. I will be doing a more in-depth review of the bow and all the bow specific accessories. So if you're a gearhead and you want to dive into specs and exactly why I chose the things I chose, watch for that video. It's going to be coming out when I get some decent weather and I can actually go sight this thing in. And yeah, well guys, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope that you found what you were looking for. More than anything though, I hope that it made you want to come back and watch another man versus deer video. Tons of other gear reviews, but I really love my catch, clean, cook style hunting videos. I hope that you'll check one of those out and either subscribe, drop a comment, or like the video. Show some love in one of those ways. I would really appreciate that. With that being said, guys, I want to wish you good luck next time you're in the woods, and God bless. Thanks for checking the video.